Okay, everybody. I hope everybody saw my follow-up video to the fiasco that happened this morning, but I hope everybody gets the message and idea of the purpose of this. So again, before we even get into what this video is about, y'all know what it is about people following directions. If you feel some kind of negative way that you feel you need a voice against anything that's being done on this show, Spotlight on Justice, and any attaching shows, block it. And just like I said, it's not an intentional invite for everybody to begin with. So I'm glad everyone has a choice to choose to take part or not. Because it's not for me to decide. I just go through my phone and hit everybody that's on my list as an invite. Now if you don't want to participate or don't want to, block it. That's what the function is for. Follow the directions. But don't bring all that negative to the situation, because it's not that kind of party. This is not about vengeance, getting back at nobody. This is for the people that cared what happened to Alice and feel that she deserved justice for what happened to her. Now, if you can't get that through your head, something is wrong with you. I have no desire to hash out no kind of this and that with anybody, because you remain silent like you've been remaining silent for 28 years. But, I don't know, not so right. But I have somebody here today with me that's a healthcare worker, and I guess she knows a little bit more than I do, which I did my research on the medicine. It don't take a rocket scientist. See, that's the whole thing with everybody. Everybody want to have an opinion about something, but all this information is out there for your taking. But yet you don't want to take the time to review and see for yourself about information. That's on you. So keep your speculations. But this person here knows the types of medicine that Alice was taking on a daily basis, and know what they are for, what they're prescribed for. Now, I don't know if she know what the actual dosage of them for or none of that stuff. But it's just to explain to y'all what she was taking and what the medication is for. Because just like I said, there is no way on God's green earth, nobody can make me believe that none of that medication showed up in her toxicology report. Really? But anyways, I'm gonna let her take it over, because like I said, this has nothing to do with anybody but Alice. So I'm going to do everything I can to not reveal people's names and what they do, because all I'm after is the information and knowledge that you have. Because this don't have nothing to do with nothing else but the things that concern Alice, and nothing else. And nobody else. But I'm gonna let her go through the list of the medicines Alice was taking. And like I said, if anybody watching the videos have any comments they wanna ask, or a question you wanna pose to me, please feel free. If it's within the guidelines of this podcast, I will answer it. I will answer it. But I'm going to let her take it over and kind of get into exactly what's what. And then after she's done, I'm going to continue the shoot and cover a few more things that I feel that's pertinent when it came to her medicine and the final procedures in her last days, which really don't make any sense to me. But anyways, I'm gonna let her take it over.
Good evening, viewers and listeners. So, from what I see, Alice Henderson was taking 10 medications that is kind of questionable to her health. The first prescription is Megastrol 40 milligrams tablet. Megastrol is used to improve your appetite and to help you gain weight. The side effects does include anxiety, difficulty in concentrating, diarrhea, and having gas. The second medication she was taking is metoprolol tartrate.
Now hold on, you say that Megestrol was a appetite pill.
Right.
Okay, so why would they, that's what this is the stuff that, okay, what's the norm, you wouldn't know what the normal dose for that would be, would you?
I mean, for a person who is underweight, 40 milligrams is, a pretty decent dosage for them. In her case, if they consider her overweight, she shouldn't be taking this prescription at all.
So, for her to be taking 2 tablets 4 times a day was absolutely
excessive weight gain.
Just insane.
Right. It caused her to eat more, gain weight faster. In that case, they should have gave her a prescription that causes her to lose weight instead of gaining weight.
So is there any logical reason as a person that deals with medicine that you feel somebody could justify doing that?
From experience, they could look at her reasoning on why she's there and just think whatever they want to diagnose her with. It's the reason some people go off their own predictions of what's wrong with you and ignore what you're telling them. I've had that happen plenty of times. So if she's going there telling them that her appetite is fluctuating, 1 minute she want to eat, 1 minute, she want to go and eat a lot, they could just diagnose her based off what they feel she needs. And in this case, that's what it was, because they could tell it in her paperwork she was overweight.
Well, she had a little meat on her. I mean, I've never denied that, but what they're trying to make like she was just this person that just was unable to do for herself, and that's untrue.
Which question, if they took it as she was like that, why would they prescribe her a prescription that causes her to gain more weight?
Exactly.
That's what does.
Okay.
The next prescription is metoprolol. It's used for high blood pressure, which is pretty understandable on why she was taking that. It helps control your blood pressure. Most people who experience heart failure or chest pain take this medication so it can regulate your blood pressure. The side effects with that is drowsiness, dizziness, tiredness, diarrhea, slow heartbeat, and decreases sexual ability.
And see, I can truthfully say, it really didn't make no difference to me.
Mm.
And see, that's what, and people want to say, well, this, that, and the other, but I know the things we went through, and that's clear as day.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the beginning, we couldn't be in the same room.
Right.
But the more medicine they gave her, eventually she just locked away. It was just amazing. So yeah, I agree with that. She had that side effect, all those.
Yeah.
Now coupled with dizziness with the other one, would that make that side effect even more prone to her?
Yeah, because the Megastrol, one of the side effects was difficulty concentrating. So if you're dizzy, and you put that together, you just really just
making it worse.
Right.
You see, so the residual effects from the mega strong, and that combined just made it almost absolute unbearable.
Pretty much.
See, that's those delirious states she would go into.
Yeah.
See, people wasn't around when this stuff here. See, that's how close I was paying attention.
Yeah.
See, and these are the things that made me look into her medication.
Right.
You know, and I'm going to get into the dates when I actually downloaded the information on her medicine. And people will see it was long before I even got the autopsy. Mm-hmm. Because after seeing what she was taking and researching it, there is no way it shouldn't have been in her autopsy. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
This is like strong pharmaceuticals.
Yes.
This ain't you just go away over the counter through the night kind of medicine.
Right.
And she taking this on a regular, so you know.
It should have came up in her bloodstream.
Easy.
Yeah. The next prescription she was taking was potassium, and potassium is used when you have low potassium in your blood. Side effects with that would be upset stomach, nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, intestinal, which I would recommend everybody to take potassium.
I mean, I have to take it when I'm working in the summer.
Yeah, when you do it as a vitamin, if you do the prescription, that's cool.
It's just good. It keeps you from cramping, too.
Yeah, I definitely recommend it. She was taking also retardidine, 300 milligram tablet. It was used to treat stomach and throat problems, like if she had
acid reflux. She had that bad. She popped Tums like they was M&M's.
And you know, sometimes Tom is kind of like the mild medication they recommend because it's over the counter, it's cheaper. But if it's to the point where you get diagnosed by your doctor, then the prescription would be retardidine.
But see, they told her taking retardidine and Tums was okay.
Yeah. Let's just say
But see, my thing is, if you have to take a prescription medication for a symptom, and then you taking an over-the-counter medication along with it, and it's not resolving the situation, that sounds like you need some kind of corrective treatment to me, rather than just a constant pill. Because this is not working.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't understand why as doctors, this list is so long. This is just 1 year of the medicine she was taking. The last year. And here it is again. This is just the last year of how many times she got those 10 medications filled.
The side effects with that would be a headache, constipation, and diarrhea.
She kept a headache.
Which, I don't know. I think with retardidine, I mean, if it's supposed to relieve you from having stomach problems, why would it cause you to have constipation?
And diarrhea.
And diarrhea, which causes pain. So I'm pretty, you know,
on the fence
sure
with
that. Yeah. The next one was for her buprenorphine, which is for anxiety. I'm familiar with this medication.
Okay, well, you say anxiety. Okay, now progesterone side effects is the anxiety. But now this pill is causing anxiety, but then you're going to prescribe her a pill for anxiety.
Well, retardidine causes a headache. The one that causes anxiety is the megastrol. That causes anxiety.
I thought you said this one here had anxiety too. Or dizziness.
It had dizziness and drowsiness. Metoprolol.
Okay.
But megastrol has anxiety. So she's taking a prescription that side effect is an anxiety that can cause anxiety, and then she's taking a prescription to treat anxiety. So that's kind of common sense saying that it's
not working.
Yeah, her body is really just confused on what's what, like, at this point. Symptoms with that would be, again, dizziness, headache, drowsiness, nausea, nervousness, blurred vision, tiredness, and trouble sleeping. Her next prescription was phosphorus sulfate. It helped treat low blood iron, which is normal. That's
the people that have had children.
Yeah, that's pretty good to take. I don't have too much concerns about that one. Another one, which, oh my goodness, this prescription is so expensive. It's Eliquis. It's used to prevent blood clots from forming and blocking components of blood clotting. Side effects with that would be nausea, easy bruising, minor bleeding, such as a nosebleed or bleeding from minor cuts. With Eliquis, I mean, I'm familiar with the medication, so I don't think will she have a blood clot?
That's why I came home in March.
Because she was having blood clot?
Yeah.
Was it like a feminine way, or was it somewhere else in her body?
I think she actually had one in her lungs.
Which is probably why they prescribed her Eliquis.
But she was taking a medicine that causes blood clots before, but they discontinued it.
Okay. Do you know why she was taking the Eliquis?
No.
Was the blood clot that was in her lungs, did they fix it, or?
They said they did.
Okay.
And then some kind of injection thing. Cause see, when that happened, I was in Alabama. My daughter was home with her then. And when I got the news, I was asking, I'm on my way. No, we got it. But days later, my son will tell you, around 8 o'clock, I shook out.
So,
cause he was gonna stay. I told him, I said, well, I'm telling you, I ain't doing no turnaround. I'm grabbing what I need. I'm going to be there until I find out what's going on.
Right. So, as far as her menstrual goes, was she blood clotting that way?
Yeah.
Okay. So, this is probably why they prescribed her the Eliquis, to kind of help her stop that blood clotting. Her next prescription was levothyroxine 50 mcg tablet. It's used to treat an underactive thyroid. It replaces the thyroid hormone, which is normally produced by the thyroid gland. She had thyroid problems?
They said she did.
Did she experience hair loss?
Yeah.
That's the side effect of this medication.
Yeah.
And this is one of the prescriptions.
And she cried all the time about that.
It was thinning her hair?
Yeah. She'd go take a shower and just come out in tears because so much of her hair would be in the shower.
Yeah.
And I had to just people don't realize I'm the one was there when this was going through, consoling her. And just like I would tell her, Alice, you could shave it and be like mine, and we'll be two bodies together.
Yeah.
And just like I'll tell her, if you want me to buy you some wigs, you say the word, let's go pick them out.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, people just don't. That's why I kind of got a little rattled with that little, just trying to blindside me. They need to just shut down, because see, I guess, just like I said, and I just really been thinking about it and comparing what I feel about this compared to where I was a year ago. When I say broken, because if anybody had hopes of it all working out for me and Alice, I did. I wouldn't have worked so hard. And I wouldn't have worked at it so hard. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, it's gonna get done.
Yeah. Her next prescription she was on was the hydrochlorothiazide, 25 milligrams. It was used to treat high blood pressure, so her blood pressure was pretty high. This is normal to take. She had high blood pressure.
They say she did.
Have y'all ever like checked her blood pressure at home?
Yeah. It was always normal.
Okay.
She just has so much faith. What they say.
She never had a stroke or kidney problems.
She would get in the kidney or bladder infection. She would get bladder infection, but that runs in her family.
But so far, what I'm seeing with her prescriptions, most of her side effects was the dizziness. So I'm trying to see would that play a part with her having her passing out spells. Because most of this prescription has the same side effects.
That's what I feel like. It's just a compound of medication that shut her down. And when she started taking that progesterone, like I said, that's another thing. I don't know if you looked it up, but Bristol Myers make that medicine. And that medicine had a recall on it back in May of 2019.
And when she was prescribed this medicine?
She was prescribed this medicine August of 2019. Now the medicine might have been discontinued in 2014.
So they gave her a prescription that was discontinued?
The medicine actually had a recall, so my question is, what was she doing with it to begin with? And I'm going to pull that back up. I had the document somewhere, but like I said, with that ambush eviction they pulled on me, they thought they got rid of all of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what that was about. Because just like I said, I didn't owe them one red cent. And we're going to walk through that part. But see, like I said, that don't have a place here. That's something in itself, though. That's why it took place. No, that's going to be separate. Because see, there are things when I was inside that developed and was that materialized. Well, are you kidding me? So it's really like that.
Yeah.
Because see, I go in and they looking at me all sideways, but you ain't got common sense to look at my background and see I am not like the people are in and out of here. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So you don't realize that this is a law-abiding citizen watching you. That this was an ambush. You ain't got that much sense. Not my fault. But we're going to have that on a different note. That ain't no place for this either. So that's why we ain't discussing. Let's get back to her.
Another prescription is medroxyprogesterone. That's pretty much a hormone pill. Mostly women take it to help regulate their menstrual or get their hormones back on the right level.
Okay, you say regulate their menstrual. Okay, now. She was taking that medicine for a minute. So how long does it take for this medicine to take effect? And you know, because I don't understand, because it didn't work for her. Because a week before she was supposed to, before she passed away, she was supposed to have an emergency DNC, and they changed it. The day I took her up there. The day. And of course, hiding behind COVID, like I said, nobody could go up there with her. Everybody had to stay out in the parking lot. They made it a point to hide behind COVID, boy.
Yeah.
But she goes up there, changed the procedure, what they call the thing, a UDI?
UDI.
A UDI in instead, and then short her on her blood. Now what would be the effects of that happening?
Well, for this prescription to help you regulate your menstrual, a UDI is a birth control, a kind of birth control, which most doctors will put you on that to help regulate your menstrual. But if she was supposed to have a DNC, which is something they do to clean you out and clean like your uterus out and scrape your uterus due to the blood inside of you, they pretty much gave, I would think, an infection Because you're supposed to clean her out first. If she was scheduled for DNC, what was the reason they canceled her DNC?
I think that she said that something about the insurance wouldn't cover it.
But they just put a birth control inside of her without...
And shorted her on blood and sent her home.
So when she was having her menstrues, were they heavy?
Sometime, yeah.
So she was losing blood?
Like, wow, like a big dog. Boy, look at here. I even beg, would somebody please join in here and help me tell your mother that these doctors are lying, that she is not okay, that this is not gonna go away, this is not gonna stop, this is not normal. This was like 2 months in.
Do you know she had fibroids?
Yes, she had fibroids. She sure did.
That causes your flow to be heavy. And,
she sure did.
You know, and they never tried to remove it from her?
They did, some kind of partial...
In what, like, same day type of procedure?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the question that kind of, I guess what kind of threw me off with that is that she had a sign of birth control that supposed to help, because clearly I don't think she was using it for a contraceptive, so it was trying to help her regulate her menstrual and get her menstrual back regular, because she probably was irregular, and then the prescription they prescribed supposed to help her regulate her menstrual and help her with her hormones. So it's just so much with that, like it's gonna cause her to bleed, and her body probably just couldn't take that. The fibroids alone cause heavy flow. This prescription causes you to have a normal menstrual. Your birth control is going to cause you to have, it's just a lot going on.
So they just sat and watched her bleed out.
Pretty much. And to say she was losing all this blood and they short her blood flow, it could also cause her to be dizzy.
Just shut down.
Yeah, it could cause her to be dizzy. It could cause her to have headaches. So, I'm still not understanding why they didn't do her DNC or recommend her to go somewhere or refer somebody.
That's what she went to Oshner for.
Yeah.
The day of, because see, nobody was up there with her.
Yeah.
They just told her they was changed, did what they were going to do, and sent her home. And took all day to give her what little blood they gave her. Took them 8 hours to do that. So now the whole time she's sitting there, she's just bleeding to death. Right there in the hospital. See, these are the things people don't realize that went on. See, she didn't just up one day and got sick. This fight been going a week before Alice passed away. These people straight dropped the ball. You know, if you don't have sense enough to clearly see at this point that, this might need to be looked into. Something is wrong with you. And this is not my opinion. This is proof. This is fact. I'm just into fact. You look it up. And nobody told you nothing here that's not true about anything with her medicine. Look it up yourself. Well, is that all of them?
Yeah.
But I thank you for sitting there with me with that one, because see, her medicine, like I said, I did the research. I already know what I'm looking at, and these are the doctors that prescribed it all. You know, and they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody have this, that, and the other to say about what's going on. But, you know, my word to them is, you might need to back off and check yourself, because I done warned you. This ain't that kind of party. This show ain't for you. This is Alice's show. Ain't nobody go upstage her with no negative nothing. Anything you got with beef with me, you know where to find me at, so don't get it twisted. Don't get on these social media pages like I'm hiding from you. If you truly have something to say to me, you ain't got to hide on your social media page. You know where to find me at. Cause if you get like that, well, you know me, well, hey, it is what it is. With all that running your lips, I'm done with all that. Don't bring that here. This is about what happened to her. I don't care about your opinion. Two people I care about for their opinion when it comes to this. And it's not my kids. The people that entrusted that woman to me. Because see, if it was me starting to hear what I know, I would want to know too. Right now, I'll be like, oh, really? Tell me more. Because see, in the beginning, man, it was just so, you got the people don't, and see, that's the unkindness and lack of understanding others inflict upon you just because you are the strong one. Because see, everybody's running their lip. Not too long ago, I was the one you was running to. And then I had my little breakdown, well, major breakdown. But I keep saying, little Lord, I've never been so broken in my life. To have to bear the burden of all the, look, let me tell you something, I'm the wrong one. Don't come here on her show with no more negative. If you're not here to help participate in the fight, just stay away. You haven't heard me say one thing that hasn't been true about what happened. I don't get on here, I don't be threatening people. No, you just gonna answer for what you did. All I can say is what you did and tell her story. That's what I'm after. See all this hush-hush in the shadows? That's what's helping them get away. You know, so, no, I'm not doing that song and dance with nobody. You missed that time. You wanted to make amends or have an impact or show some kind of concern or give some kind of solution or resolution. Guess what? You missed the boat. It was stealed away by somebody else. Yet you want to run your lip to me about what I'm doing to try to bring justice to them, but yet you sit and you do nothing. This is for the negative. So, my advice to you, continue to be negative, but do it somewhere else. Just do it somewhere else. Because I will go out of my way, in every way, to block and report you. Because, okay, cool. It's simple. All you got to do is tell me don't come around no more. Ask anybody that know me. Ask anybody that know me. Do you think for 1 minute I'm going to beg and plead? If somebody tell me something, okay, I'm going to do just that. Why? I follow the rules, people. So I don't want to hear no more of that. No more. You know, just want to drag out this, that, and the other to tarnish her memory. No, that ain't gonna happen. Because just like in life, I took that for her, I'm gonna take that. So you believe and think what you wanna. Cause at the end of the day, while everybody's sitting around trying to find a reason to feel forgiven for their lack of stepping in and helping resolve a situation that was just lingering. Don't come to me with it. I'm living with my own. Don't come to me with it. Cause I don't remember nobody coming to visit my honey. Nobody. This one did. But she was pretty young then. She still would come through. So all of that, y'all, look. Okay, bet. Just don't come here with her. Don't do that to her, show. Because you ain't gonna get a rise out of me. You ain't gonna be having me on there like the one that called and ruffled my feathers with all that cussing and being ghetto. Okay. Look, but I'm not look, I ain't your friends. I don't rock like that. That's how you wanna be? I ain't gonna stand and tit for tat and talk to you like that. You know me? I'm better than that. I don't care what you are, cause I already know what time it is. Just leave me be. Well, like I said, man, I like to thank you again for sitting in with me. And, I mean, I just was curious about some of this medicine from a different point of view. But like I said, I know I'm not insane and know it all like most people think, but I do my research. I do my research. I'm always open to learn. Now, as far as that go, well, I challenge you to any knowledge contest. You want to go tit for tat on what we know. As far as they go, but not here. Period. But I'm gonna sign off on this video because I got to do the little upload and let them look at it and clear it and do their little doohickey and do that. And then too, I noticed I'm gonna have to start some of these, I guess, logos I'm gonna start covering up. Not because they won't let my videos air, because they have this copyright thing on YouTube that in some countries they won't be able to see it because of said copyright, whatever. But normally it's because you're showing somebody's logo and then you haven't got their permission. But I thought because if you just downloaded it, it was good. But I'm gonna stop doing all that, you know, because these people don't need to be called out. They know who they are. You know, I can't show their name, but it's my right to speak their name. Because if anyone that I speak of want to step forward and contradict what I said that they doing or what they were up to when Alice passed away, please feel free. Because I would love to hear your side. Please feel free to dispute what I say. Because see, one thing I know, you can't prosecute a man for the truth. They try. They try. But I'm gonna let it go, because like I said, I want to just keep, I did one today, and this one here I promise to keep a little short so they'll upload, and people don't have to just constantly, you know, watch them for hours and hours. But you can't help it. Well, I'm going to start getting to the point now. We're getting ready to wrap it up to now where we can start doing more paperwork because like I said, the last time I talked, I think we were talking about after we made it to Michigan. And I want to hit out a point on that because it was said to me that I was doing this to lash out at her family. Okay, even in the light of having to re-speak the part of about what I experienced at her funeral, look, it ain't my fault that happened. But now, ask me what my reaction was to it. I took that. Not a mumbling word. Every stunt that was pulled, I just said a mumbling word. Because see, standing there, all I could think about, how would you feel? This is Alice. Her mama just talked to her the morning of her death. And then hours later she dead? How would you feel? How would you feel? So no, this ain't about that, because I understand, because why? This was Alice. See, that's what everybody that's got all this, that, and the other to say don't realize. I don't care what she did in the past. I don't care what anybody has to say about what she did in the past. Or for that matter, what I did in the past. The only thing I care about is what they did to her. So if you don't have the stomach to look at those pictures and say and know in your heart, no, something ain't right with this. What do you mean she was picked up at home deceased? That ain't how she left home. So I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. But now as far as the shock and awe of releasing those pictures that way, the one thing I do regret I didn't do is tell our parents ahead of time. But I didn't figure they look at anything I had anything to do with anyway, which is understandable. I wouldn't have nothing else to say either till I got closure. And I know they probably thought for this year I just been doing nothing and forgot about them. Nothing of the sort. The fight is far from over. What is there to report? I put it all up there out in the public anyway. It's right there. Nobody can make me believe everything I done put out there hasn't been mentioned or something brought up or came across that some of her people that care about her know about. I see them already. Somebody care about what happened to her. She wouldn't have so many members in her group. Somebody cares what happened to Alice. So all you naysayers that don't care and just want it to just go away, that's what you do. Just go away. Just play like it's not even happening. Because this is not intended for you. That's what that tells you. This ride is not yours. So just ignore it. Because she deserved justice. She deserved justice. But I'm gonna let it go. Y'all take it easy, be peaceful, be safe. Wear masks. Don't listen to them. Yeah, I mean, just like with any virus, yeah, they'll make fun for this one, but it's always gonna be another one. They weren't wearing these forever in Asia for nothing. This is our new world now. We'll read about them.